Hey everyone, it's that time again. Time to look at some top Ippons, this time from the Grand Slam in Antalya 2021. Starting off with Abe Hifumi. And he actually KOs his opponent here. Beautiful osoto off both sleeves. Wonderful grip and go technique there, faking the sode as he likes to do. And here we have a big pickup by the Canadian. The Belgian judoka in blue. He almost gets out, almost rotates, but not enough. Good control by the Canadian. Abe again. So he had quite the stellar day as he returns to the international scene. This time Sode Surikomi Goshi. Goes in there strong, but it looks like Blue's going to defend, and eventually, Abe, he's so strong in the hips, always manages a way to get someone on their back. Beautiful Ippon. One-sided Osotogari here, kind of an Osoto Otoshi. Dropping down in there. Nice work by the Russian. A Damian again here, this time in the quarterfinals. So it does well to stay strong. Goes in for a Kosodogake. Gets his underhook on the opposite side. Nice Ippon here. So watch that right arm just on the underhook. Drives in deep. He's a good fighter, this Russian. I like him. Gotta follow him a bit more. Might make a highlights video for him. Big pickup again. It's incredible how much rotation he got from that. It's a big hand over the back, around the side, around the belt. Picks him up. Lifting up with the thigh. Great Ippon there. Oh, and by the way guys, if you want to support the channel, there's that lovely join button next to the channel name. Sometimes there's early videos. Belts next to your name in the comments. It's just a way to support the channel. And if we magically get enough supporters, I can start doing things with that money. Paying Judoka to give us tutorials. I think that would be a cool idea. But anyway, if you're interested, check it out. Abe once more. And he loves this Ojigari, where instead of taking a traditional grip, he goes around the waist, kind of fakes up high, and then dives in underneath. Similar to how he threw Maruyama in their epic match. Nice pickup here. Nice control on the way down too. Just, controlling his balance. It's a nice one there. They say it's a Wazari, but it eventually got called a Ippon. And Basile, he had a fabulous day. I think he might have secured his Olympic placement with his gold. But another Osoto Otoshi here. Beautiful technique. And he really does have such a variety of good techniques. Basile. Nice jump in, Seoi Otoshi. I won't call it a Tai Otoshi because he jumps down on his knees. Sorry about the lag, but that's not me. So 2 hands on 1 arm, it's a good way to do it. Kind of like guak from Korea. And nice foot sweep. But yeah, sorry about the video footage again. Something on the IGF side, how they film it, how they upload it. Just a little glitch there. And here we go, a driving Ochigari. So hand kind of, goes over to the opposite side, but putting his weight down on that sleeve hand, driving through. And oh, look at this. Yagura Nage, sometimes called a front Uchimata or a forward-facing Uchimata. But really textbook there. Beautiful lift. And this is amazing work by the Azerbaijan fighter here. As he gets up, he's got one hand on him, so he can tackle him with the other hand. But what are we going to call this? Kosodogake, maybe a Tani Otoshi. Tani Otoshi. Beautiful. Another pickup here. Russians doing well with their pickups. And they really do it. They have such technique, the Russians, everything they do, even big, powerful pickups. And end of the clock here, you know, getting chased, so just going for a seoi nage. That's an easy one. Ooh, so going over the top on the opposite side, and then jumping in for an osoto, kind of a haraigoshi at the same time. It's always a good angle that between haraigoshi and osoto. And here we see Harasawa losing in the final. So the Russian just manages to get him over. It's not a seoi nage, but he starts with a seoi nage, goes in for a kosoto, and then just, you know, kind of keeps the hand position, turns it into some kind of kata guruma. Speaking of kata gurumas, here's another one. Much more traditionally executed, this one. But yeah, the heavyweights, they're finally starting to use more kata gurumas these days. Ever since Takato kind of made it famous at the lighter weights. And here we have a great kosoto gake, a good thing to do, left versus right. And you can't quite get that sleeve. You can just jump in there, you know, feed the underhook. It's a great way to do it. Alright, next up, blink or you miss it. Nice. I want to call it an osoto gari, but it's probably an ashiguruma. The way it ends. 2 hands on the sleeve. Beautiful drop down seoi nage here. Great work by the Kazakhstani. And, you know, putting that elbow in the armpit makes it really strong. Now, they're calling this grip by blue under the armpit, they're calling it the Hashimoto grip. I just heard about it today in a Japanese tournament. But that didn't do too well for the blue judoka. Goes in for an ochi, gets countered, ochi gaishi. And he drives in really hard here with this ochi gari. Looks like he's going to get it for a second, but counters beautifully. Nice. Good way to counter the uchimata there, or haraigoshi. Kind of went in too deep, hips were too high. Gets rolled over, flat on his back. So next up, left versus right, and he's kind of pulling him like he's going to go for a hip technique, but just, you know, stabs in the ochigari there, catches him off guard. Look at that, just as he's turning the corner, feeds that leg in. Really smooth timing there. Alright, next up, a big koshiguruma. I did this to a kid yesterday, and somehow, while he was up in the air, managed to escape it. These young high school kids in Japan, I'll tell you, they're so acrobatic, they can get out of anything. So technical. Oh, lovely here. Starts off with a kosoto, and then doubles it up, gets the knee under the thigh. Well done. Good ippon there. And here we have a really fast haraigoshi. I think he has his hand around the back. Is that right? Have a look, another look at this. Oh no. Good traditional grip. Hand up by the face, by the chin. Pushing hard against it. And look at the air time. The tomoe nage. You know, you could argue, did he have control at the end there? But I think you got to give him ippon for this one. Goes down, looks like not much is going to happen. But then just good control by the Kazakhstani. Throws him over for ippon. Right here we have Basile again. And doing his tokui waza. Ashibarai. It's quite amazing how, you know, there's not many people who kind of specialize in this technique. It's the amount of wins he has, the amount of wazaris and ippons that he has with this move. Quite impressive, really. Can't wait. I'm going to do a video on Fabio soon, talking about his results, but He's turning into a really interesting fighter. Just such variety in his techniques, you know. Some big strong grips here. Starts with a kosoto. And then Blue stabs in with an uchimata. Well done. Nice way to counter that. Go in when they go in. Or immediately after. Here's another example of that. So Blue goes in. White immediately reacts. Here we see it again. So Blue stabbing him for an ochigari or something, and then White steps in with an uchimata. He's got dominant grips, so why wouldn't he throw him for ippon? Right, next up, left first right, kosoto. And one step uchimata, lots of lift. Inoue Kosei would be proud of this one. That kosoto. And then one step. Flat on his back. Brilliant work. Righto, next up, I don't know what's happening. So lots of spinning, lots of craziness. Someone ends up flat on their back. When you don't know, just call it tewaza. Tewaza, guys. Ochi. Returns an ochi, another ochi, but gets countered. Tewaza. Fabulous. Okay, next up we've got a kind of an osoto. It turns into a bit of a haraigoshi. And I've really got to try this, but kind of walking, pushing your opponent in the direction that you want to catch them with the osoto. See as he's kind of moving him in the direction that he wants him to go. It's a nice setup, nice footwork. Beautiful ippon there. Motil, can't pronounce his name. Mexican fighter now, don't often see a Mexican judoka. And a really interesting entrance into his sode, suri komigoshi. So watch his left hand and how he kind of uses the grip, rotates it around, gets his elbow out. I'm not a sode guy myself, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but nice ippon nonetheless. Another big pickup. There are lots of pickups in this tournament. This time by a Turkish judoka. Home advantage. I love the old home advantage. So as he's kind of fearing that grip going over the top, ducks in, hand around the back, picks him up. Good way to do it. Right, next up. Classic drop down seoi nage, ippon seoi nage. It's probably opposite side. Imagine this guy is a right-handed fighter. Imagine so. Right guys, we've got about 4 or 5 more ippons left. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do it. There's going to be Asian Championships coming up this week. I think it's the 6th, April 6th to the 9th. Takudo's competing. Who else? An Changnim, An Bol. Lots from the Uzbekistan team. Bobanov, Sharafudin. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, stay tuned for that one. And hopefully I'm going to have some results, some videos from the All Japan tournament that they just had today. But I can't get access to the files right now. I'm looking into that, but hopefully I can have a video on that soon, so make sure you're subscribed. And I love this seoi here, kind of whips him around. So it's, you know, it's not a 180 degrees turn to get him on his back. It's just a short turn because he's kind of whipping around that corner. Good ippon here. And the last one, guys. Last ippon here. Big pickup. Using the leg. Yagura nage. So the Russians definitely specializing in Yagura nage. I don't like this technique, to be honest. It's a bit scary. I've tried it. It's really hard to execute, But the Russians, they know what they're doing. Look at that. Anyway, guys, like the video, share it around, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.